Hey everybody, it's Austin Fetch over at Oxford Retirement. I'm going to make a short video today talking about charitable donations. So this one is aimed at those of us with some charitable bones in our body. Now, a typical charitable donation is going to be an itemized deduction on your tax return. So it really only helps you if you're able to itemize, meaning you have a lot of other itemizable deductions to get you over the standard deduction. Where it actually starts to become beneficial. A lot of people know, and maybe you don't, maybe you do, that in Arizona there is a tax credit program, whereas if you give, it's up to a few $100 depending on your filing status, to a charitable organization, you can receive up to a dollar for dollar match of what you donated. So ideally, you're able to donate like $400 to a charity of your choice, and that gives you a dollar for dollar tax credit on your Arizona state tax return. What I wanted to talk about today is qualified charitable distributions, QCDs. Now, a QCD is where you take money out of a pre-tax IRA, money you have not paid tax on yet, and you give it to a charity directly. It goes from the IRA to the charity. Now, in doing so, you can avoid paying tax on it. You got to do so correctly, but you can avoid paying tax on pre-tax money. You didn't pay tax on it, it grew tax deferred, and then you gave it to a charity where you didn't pay tax anyway. So it's a very tax advantaged way of giving to charities that you really want to support and be a part of. And there's a few different rules around doing that. Number one is you can only contribute or donate up to $100,000 per year per owner. So even if you have multiple IRAs yourself, $100,000 per IRA account owner. If you're married, that means $100 for you, $100 for your spouse. So not more than that per year. You do also need to be QCD age. Now, this is different from RMD age. I have another video talking about what age you start RMDs now because they've changed it a few times over the years. QCD age is still 70 and a half. So you got to be that old before you can start using the QCD distributions to give your pre-tax money to charities. And it is important to note that other distributions are still going to be taxed. So I see a lot of people looking at QCDs and what they can give near the end of the year, the holiday season. Everybody starts thinking about charitable donations and whatnot, and they try to rush and try to get it done all at once at the end of the year. But if you've already taken your RMD, let's say your RMD, your required minimum distribution, is $5,000 that year, and you take it in March, and then in November you decided, well, I didn't actually need it. I wish I would have just given that to the charity. Too bad. It already came out. It was paid to you, not to the charity. It's over. So you can give another $5,000 out of your IRA, sure, but that first $5,000 is still going to be taxable. So my recommendation is to look at it a little bit earlier in the year, or at least plan it out earlier in the year, so that you know how much you're going to give and make sure you can get that done in the time frame, because it's got to be done December 31st, including any outstanding checks that you wrote to the charity need to be cashed and deposited by the end of the year. Otherwise, it's not going to show up as a distribution. So pretty cool, different way to give to a charity. So keep that in mind. If you are charitably inclined, maybe a QCD could be your next one. That's it for now, and we'll see you next time.